oh, fine, just one more chapter, and that's how you trap them. Hi, I'm Holly Jackson, author of The Reappearance of Rachel Price, and I'm here today to talk to you about the science of writing a mystery thriller. I normally start with a hook, which this time for me was actually, the title just came to me out of nowhere. I was out walking my dog, listening to a true crime podcast, which is kind of my natural state of being. Just had a thought of, a lot of cases are called like the disappearance of blank blank. Wouldn't it be interesting if we flipped that on its head and we had the reappearance of blank blank? And then I filled it in because I was like, we need a name with alliteration. So I got Rachel Price, and I was like, I've done it. I've got a whole title. But then I had to do the hard work of filling in an entire book to justify that title. Before I even write one word, before I even type out the words chapter 1, I know everything that's going to happen. I know the ending, I know the mystery. Often, once I've kind of worked out the concept and done my research, I start with the ending. So I work out who did what and why and how and when. And then we kind of work back into seeding little clues about that. But the more complicated thing is how our main character is going to work out these things. You almost have to put yourself in the mind of the reader, pretend you don't know the solution, because obviously I know who's done it from the start. But when I'm writing, I try and pretend that I don't know so that I can kind of follow along the same journey as the reader. Once I have like a general idea of where the plot's going to go, I will type everything up from my many, many notebooks, get it into some sort of order, and then I get to do the fun part, which is writing every scene out on a little coloured index card. Every chapter kind of corresponds to one card, and I lay them out on the floor like I'm a serial killer, and I will just lay across the floor and look at my plot. And I normally structure it in 4 acts. And sometimes if I'm feeling neat and tidy, I'll gather the cards up and clip them together. But I also quite like the chaotic energy of just taking over my office floor for the entire time that I'm writing the book. And it's quite nice to look at it and be like, I'm already there, the end's in sight. As you can probably tell, I'm not American, but I seem to have made myself at home in New England. I mean, I'm from Old England, so it makes sense. And The Reappearance of Rachel Price, I set it in a town called Gorham in New Hampshire. I've never been there, but let me tell you, I have been there a lot on the street view on Google Maps. I know it like the back of my hand. I know where the McDonald's is. I know how to get to Belle's house, our main character. I picked like all the locations, and when I'm writing, I will still click through. Like if Belle's walking down the street, I'll walk down the street on Google Street Maps. Just, get into the zone. One of the secrets to writing a compelling mystery is leaving each chapter having just revealed something or like half revealed something, so that the reader is then compelled to be like, oh, fine, just one more chapter, and that's how you trap them. Because if each chapter ends with a, oh, fine, just one more chapter moment, then they're going to binge read the whole thing, and they might hate you for it because they'd have been up since 4 a.m. and then maybe they missed their bus in the morning, but it means you've done a good job. So one of my favourite things to do as a naughty author, and I've done this, I think, basically in every single book, there will be a line, and it might be description or it might be dialogue, where I literally tell you the twist really early on, or before you would have figured it out. You won't spot it because it's done in a sneaky way, but I make sure I do it every time. I'm really proud of the one I did in The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I hope you don't spot it, but if you ever read through a second time, you'll spot these little clues that I print in, and you'll be like, oh, sneaky.